Sometimes fate seems so strong. Tide sweeping us along against our control. And sometimes it's as fragile as gossamer.
I can do anything! What does the prophecy say? What does the prophecies?
The wheel calls you to this, whether you can bear it or not.
What of the heroes of today? We are all the heroes of another age's legend. I think it's time we start acting like it.
The fate of all of us rests on you now, on the decisions you make in the coming days.
The only thing we have control over is what we do.
So what will you do?
We are the power. The light shines through us. That is the truth. Soldiers don't win battles. What wins battles is being too dumb to know when you're beaten, too stubborn to fall down and die, and too nasty to let the wheel crush you without jabbing a stick in its spokes.
All we can do is the best we can with the life that's given to us, and take comfort from it. But no matter what happens, what pain we face, what heartbreak, the wheel keeps turning, always.
There are neither beginnings nor endings to the turning of the wheel of time, but it was a beginning.
Oh, why are we still on the side like that? That's weird. No, not like that. What is it doing? There we go. That's better. StreamYard being silly today.
Oh man,
That's such a good video, isn't it?
it pumps me up every time I watch it. I just feel like the line "I can do anything," even though Rand is doing things like literally anything and anything in the bad way. I feel like that's like the like it makes me feel like that. I can do anything.
Yeah.
It's so good. It's so good. If you hadn't seen this video, that was by Lauren, Unraveling the Pattern, and he put that together for the Save Watt campaign, and it's been our mantra. It's so great. It's so freaking great.
It's amazing. The line that always gets me is, and I didn't realize this until today, when I was working on something else. The line that Swan says, where it's like the wheel calls you to this, whether you can bear it or not, just always gets me. I didn't realize that's actually from season 1.
Yeah.
For some reason, I thought that was from season 3. I don't know why. It was so much season 3 footage. You just think it's in there. So
yeah.
but yeah, it's such a great video.
It's so good. It's so good. How
Lauren,
are
is-
you?
It's been a couple weeks.
It's a different age. Since
It
we
is.
last were together.
It is a different age. The last time we did Threefold Talk, there was no cancellation.
Yeah. Yeah.
And now we're, now there's a movement. I'm calling it a movement. I've been calling it a movement for about a week now. I've decided it was a movement, not a campaign, because we're just,
I like it.
moving the world.
I like it. I feel moved.
Yeah.
I feel moved by every single person who's involved. And if you weren't tracking, it's a lot of people. It's so many. It's so many people. Like everyone on social is sharing and spreading the word and being loud, and they're making videos on TikTok. Like Rob's made like 475 reels in the last week, and then behind all of that, there's all sorts of people who are just doing like the administration of keeping things organized, people volunteering to reach out to journalists, people making graphics so that they can easily just be like shown, like people finding new actions and finding new people and doing outreach to places that we haven't been able to reach yet, you know, because we know this is a globally appreciated show, right? And some of the best part of it is meeting fans that we haven't been able to connect with yet, because we're kind of all in our silos, right? But they're coming out of the woodwork, and just today, for anyone who's in New York City, the Brazilian Wheel of Time fans did their own fundraiser, and they raised funds for a billboard, and it's gonna go live at like 12:45 a.m. tonight.
Yeah,
and it'll be up for a day. So it's a digital billboard, so it'll play.
It'll play at,
once an hour
at 46 minutes past the hour, every hour, all day. So, but yeah, it's mad. LG, of course, Guy Shine, are welcome in the stream. People asking about the haircutting tonight. Patrick, are we doing haircuts tonight? I'll go get Mrs. Mel cut her hair at some point beginning of last week, I would say.
To be super clear, it was literally during your rewatch.
Okay, it was during. Wow. Okay, you were like, Wheel of Time got cancelled. The hair gets cut too.
Yeah,
you know,
I don't know if you remember, because it was a very long rewatch for you. But
it was a long day for me. This is
the
true.
chat afterward, and I said, my
You
boyfriend
did.
Wheel of Time broke up with me, so I cut all my hair off.
Rough. Yes, I do remember that.
I mean, it wasn't because of that. Rob and I have actually had this like back and forth about when we should cut our hair off, because we were both ready to cut our hair off for a few weeks, and it just felt like the right time that day, and so I just cut it all off. I just chopped it.
Yeah.
And the nice thing about curly hair is I could just do it myself, and I should have probably done it a lot earlier, but it does take time to do it right. So I just grab my scissors. Cut it all
Whereas at some point tonight, I have a pair of scissors here. My hair is in a ponytail. And at some point tonight, I am just going to cut it.
I love it. You want to talk about where you're sending that hair?
Yeah, so I should probably get that up on screen so I can show you actually, folks.
Yeah.
So let me, Jesus, Google would help. Come on, Google, work properly. That's what I want. There it is. So I'll give you the full spiel. Why not? Let's do that.
Yeah.
For many, many years, I've always had my hair extremely short. If you've met me in person or seen live streams from 3 years ago or longer, you will have seen this. But for many, many years, I'm always like, oh, your hair's so thick, it's so lovely, like blah, 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 you know. I've genuinely had some women be jealous of my hair. Like, I wish my hair was that thick, things like that. So I was like, okay, well, you know, I've always been grateful for my hair, especially because most of the men in my family are typically lacking in the hair department, especially when they get, you know, later on in the years. So I've always been very grateful for it. And then I started to grow it at one point just to do a LAN cosplay because I needed slightly longer hair for it, you know. So I did that. And then I thought, I'd been watching a lot of Vikings, and I was like, the undercut's not a bad look. I was like, maybe, because what irritates me about growing it is it's fluffy around the ears and things, and that irritates. So I was like, maybe if I get the undercut, I can still grow it, but then I don't have, you know, the fluffy ears, and it's almost like a Shannara cut anyway. You know, it was like all this, you know, it was a few things coming together, and I loved it. So I kept doing it. I was like, great, now I can grow it long enough until I can donate it. And then, you know, that's something off the, not a bucket list, but something off the, hey, I've done this, you know, pay it forward type thing, which I tried to do.
You're pretty big into donating other parts of your body too, right?
I cannot at the moment. It's. I'm not dying, by the way, folks. But a few years ago, I used to donate blood on the regular. A few years ago, I went to donate blood, and they were like, "You should go get a blood test because these are weird readings." So I went and got that, and everything was fine. And then I never went back for the follow up, and I also never went back to the blood people. And now they're just like, well, we don't know what we sent you for because your records are now, they're not gone, but your records are now just not like active in our system. And I've changed doctors and they don't know. So there's this whole like stupid faff I'm going around of trying to figure out what test did I need to get to clarify that I can donate blood again, because I'm healthy, I'm fine, I'm healthy, you know, like I'm not dying or anything, but I need the piece of paper to be like, Rob, yeah, you're good to give blood again, you know. So it's whole weird chase around of stupid departments and things.
That's interesting.
Yeah, so I used to donate blood a lot. I think I've donated blood like I want to say 15, 16 times, something like that, you know, a fair amount of times. Yes, Illuminatrix, thanks. I have it in a hair tie, and I will be just like pulling that back a little bit so I can cut, you know, and it will be hair tied. Yeah,
you might want to put like more than one.
Yes, well, I have more, so
yeah. Yes, like maybe in the middle.
Yeah,
just in case the top one just releases everything.
Yeah, that's a good shout. So we'll do that now while we're chatting away. So I will be donating my hair to. Because I'll tell you which charity it's going to, here it is, the Little Princess Trust. Okay. So Little Princess Trust makes, obviously, real hair wigs for children that are suffering from cancer and have lost their hair as a result. And you don't have to raise funds to cover the cost of making a wig, but it does cost about £700. So they're like, if you can raise some funds or donate or whatever, then, you know, that would be great. So there is... There we go. Have a hair tie in, so safe. I do have a fundraiser going for that. I will be sharing the funds raised with a kidney cancer charity because I recently lost my uncle to kidney cancer, and so I was like, you know, I will split these things around. So they will be shared between the both things. I just don't have a picture of that one up at the moment. So, but yeah, so I'm going to cut that off today, and then I got to get the envelope, and it'll all be sent off. And that's what I'm doing, folks.
That's awesome. Do you want to put the link in the chat in case people feel like donating even more money than they've already donated?
I know, like it was like super bad timing when I announced this last week because there was like fundraisers and things, and I was like, well, I'm not, you know, I set a goal in there because I was like, let's double the cost of the wig. Let's just go for that. But you know, I don't expect to reach it or worry about reaching or whatever. But there is a link in the YouTube chat, and the links are out on my socials and things like that, or in Discord server.
I clearly saw that before.
That's okay. So if you're able to, I know a lot of people donated to the Say What GoFundMe, and obviously things are tight for people in general. So there's no, you know, if you're like, I can't do it or already spend it elsewhere or whatever, there is no, I'm not here being like, like there's no pressure, you know, so don't.
I'm sorry, like, the chat is killing.
What is the chat doing right now? What if I need to catch up on chat? We also, by the way, there's this new feature, Mel, look, where I can show comments on stage. Notice this little black, So as comments now appear, they should appear in this little black gray box thing here. So I don't know if we want to keep that on. So
maybe.
Lottie's hair is all the way down her back, like way below her bum. Wow. I'm seeing how long it will grow. That's amazing.
That's amazing. Yeah. Wow. I've always admired that, but I've never made it past like mid back.
Yeah. No, Skeeter. So Rob's blood is assumed tainted until proven otherwise. I mean, yeah. There, see, look, it popped up. Yeah.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah. And then Gnome Garden, Lonely Sky Shine, and Skeeter all are commenting.
They'll get that question. Whose blood is this? Where did you get it? I tried to donate blood. They just touched me in the stomach and laughed at me, saying no one wants it. Gosh,
boo. I want your blood.
I tried to donate blood, but on the way, the fire stole it from me because she's a vampire.
That's where I could go. Great.
Amazing.
Oh man, you guys are great. I missed you.
Yes.
Oh man, it's been I guess the only real, I mean, we have one piece of news.
We have some fun
but
news.
then the other news we can just talk about. Save one,
Yeah.
I guess. If we want to listen to some Michael and Kate for a hot minute.
Michael and Kate for a hot minute?
Yeah, we have an intro for our news section. It goes like this.
Right.
Brothers and sisters.
Okay, sorry. I thought you meant that Michael and Kate put a video out somewhere, and I'm like, wait, I missed.
No.
Yeah. We'll do the day. We'll do the daily fail, folks.
We need more people here. We're just a hot mess together.
We're a hot mess. This is fine though. It's okay. So.
Both Amise and Leigh-A were not available today, unfortunately. So we just decided to roll with it with just us.
Yeah, we're just gonna have fun. So, all right, daily veil time, folks.
Brothers and sisters,
It is time to cover up your face.
for the wheel of time has news, and we shall dance the spears with it.
This is the Daily Veil.
All right, daily veil time. We're gonna kick it off with great news, people. Really exciting news. I hope you're ready for this. I think. Now, I don't know if this is going to play sound, so we'll do a test run first. But Bjorn, friend of the show, Bjorn Lamberg, Ruach himself. Okay, don't laugh, Mel. I've decided.
No, I'm just delighted at the anticipation of hearing this again. I'm sorry.
That's fair. That's fair. Yeah. He put a post up today. He's got lots of good fun posts. Like this is just great. Like the whole. Get ready with us video. Is there going to be sound plays? Can you hear that?
There is, yeah.
Yes, the sound plays. So yeah, friend of the show, Bjorn Lamberg, part of our intro and outro, posted this yesterday.
It was yesterday evening. So
Yesterday evening. So basically,
might have been today for you.
could have been. But yeah, just enjoy this, and then we'll talk about it afterwards.
Yeah.
And I'm in the recording studio right now because I'm the voice of our well-known German sleep time podcast, Bett am Strand. 25-minute long episodes that take you to the most beautiful places on Earth. And if you translate this, and if you tell those stories in English, you get a brand new podcast, which is called Bed on the Beach. And it launches on June 11th. So if you want to relax or even fall asleep, you should follow Bed on the Beach wherever you find your podcasts. I guess maybe I'll talk to you soon. Hi, I'm Björn Landberg, and I'm in the recording studio right now because I'm the voice.
Don't do it again, or do it again.
Don't do it again. I can't.
It's the way it goes. Bed on the beach.
Bed on the beach. So now, clearly, the most pressing question, when you hear that Bjorn Landberg is doing a bedtime podcast, your instincts are not that it is going to be relaxing. That's not where I don't go there.
Yeah.
When I don't get relaxed at all. And I don't understand why he thinks that will work, but I applaud his industriism, entrepreneurship of reaching out to a U.S. audience to enjoy listening to Bjorn in their beds.
Well, we've got a very important poll out in chat, folks. Would you enjoy listening? Would you enjoy listening? Would you meet Bjorn at a bed on the beach? So I just thought that'd be a fun.
Good,
And while,
good. Yeah.
yeah,
That's good.
while we're doing that, it's beginning of a new month. And do you know what I get to do every month? I
Ooh.
get to give away memberships to the channel. So, bosh, 5 new memberships going out in the channel there.
Yay! Memberships.
Woo! Congratulations to Lottie, Janie, Josie, Regret,
Planet
and
Phil.
Planet
Amazing.
Phil.
Congrats, everybody.
You'll get to have special emojis in chat now. So,
You know what else happens at the beginning of the month?
what else happens at the beginning of the month?
A calendar flip. But did we do that? No, we didn't do that. We need to flip a calendar.
Wait, I don't. I've got last year's calendar.
Never mind. Flip
Sorry.
your calendars, friends.
Yeah, go flip your calendars.
It's Delusions
beautiful.
of Grendel.
Yes, it's a beautiful post. I love Mel's comment in chat. Yes, doesn't even cover it. I need something more emphatic.
I love that you just called her Mel.
I did, didn't I? At some point, I'm going to do that at WhatCon next month because both Melindhra and Meg will be at WhatCon, and the two of them will be together. And I'm just gonna I'm gonna take a picture of the two of you. And yes, Giddy, you have to flip away from Rob. I'm gonna take a picture of the two of you and make it into that meme where it's like corporate needs you to tell the difference between these two photos and be like, this is the same photo. So, yeah. Yeah. I love this. It's Delusions of June.
Aww.
Cute. That's very cute.
I love Delusions. She's
Yeah.
stellar human.
She is a very stellar human.
Stellar human. Yeah. So. I'm excited to be confused with Meg. I think it's partly because I think you told me this before, but you reminded me recently that you have tone blindness, so you can't tell the difference between shades of colors of hair. So the fact that I have red hair and she has blondish hair, it's just it all looks the same to you.
Some shades of colors look exactly the same for you. So, for example, the easiest one to share with people is navy blue and black look exactly the same to me. I cannot tell the difference between the two. There is no difference as far as I know. It's not even like people who are colorblind. They can do different shades of gray and be like, well, that shade is usually a red. That shade is, yellow or whatever. For me, it's just they both look black. So, yeah.
That's really interesting.
Sorry.
Interesting way to navigate the world.
Yeah. It's weird when you, if you have to buy, say, a jacket and pants separate, and then you accidentally buy one navy blue and one black, and they're like, what have you done? I'm just like, I don't know. Are they not both black? Nope. Yeah.
Do you have labels on your hangers? This one is blue, this one is black.
No, I just buy black. I don't buy anything navy blue.
You think you buy black. You just think you only buy black.
Is this why I'm living alone with 2 cats and no one wants me? Is this what it is? Because I have a weird mishmash of colors in my wardrobe and no one will tell me about it. Okay.
No. That's not true. That's not true.
Yeah, at least, thank you, Nomagun. At least I never have to cook any navy blue food. So perfect. All right.
Squid ink. It's kind of navy bluish.
Kinda, I suppose. Yeah, I don't cook that level of fancy food though. So, blindfold. Rob wants to apply blueberries to the navy, but they're actually blackberries. Now I can tell those apart because they're different shapes.
What? You're not shape blind too?
No, I'm not shape blind. People give me tips so I get help from the workers in the store. Rain. Oh, I think I have.
Tetrachromancy.
So
Tetrachromacy?
tetrachromacy. Yeah. So I see 4 color. I have 4 color cones instead of 3, and can perceive millions of more colors. Wow.
That's so cool.
So maybe I only have
So cool.
like 2.5. You know.
Oh, maybe so. That's really
Wow.
cool.
That's amazing.
I would love to see the world through your eyes, Rain. That would be amazing.
That would be amazing. Mel, should we talk the Save What movement?
I think we could judge about that for
We can judge about
4 hours.
Probably. I mean, we had a fun milestone earlier today.
Yeah.
So I say we like it's, you know.
The collective we.
Yeah, it's the collective we, the fandom collective we. Yes, it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I'm wearing screaming pink all the time.
Okay, I dare everyone who meets Rob at WatCon to just like say, "Oh, I really love your puce shirt" to him. Like just make up a random color and tell him that his shirt is like a different color every time you talk to him. I think it would be.
To be honest, I'm just gonna be like, "Thanks, I love it," you know, and then you know, not really register. And then in the weekend, I'm like, "Why does everyone think I'm wearing like orange today? It's black." I'm like, "Oh, yes."
Yes. Well, yes. So the news of the week is that the fandom is the news of the week. This fandom is freaking amazing. Do you want to pull up the
Bam!
Yes.
Look at that.
So this campaign, you amazing people, launched Sunday, a week ago Sunday. And yes. And in a little over a week and a half, 127,000 people have signed the petition. But not just that. There's so many actions on the site that people are participating in. I can't remember what the letter count is, but it's enormous, right? There's a section on the website where you can write a love letter to the cast and crew. And I think it's the fan love, if you want to, the drop down at the top.
Yeah.
And you can click on that. Yeah. There's just over 500 letters.
565 letters combined between posted and still under review.
And they are the most heartfelt, beautiful messages from everyone all over the world. People are writing specific letters to specific members of the cast or the crew, or they're just writing general letters about how much the show means to them. And they're so beautifully done. And you could tell that everyone who wrote, like, took some, like serious time to really try and put words to paper about what they love about Wheel of Time. It's been so moving to see them build and build and build and build.
Yeah.
And see what everyone has written. I've read such great things from people. I actually haven't written a letter yet. Have you written a letter? I am delayed in that because
I'm not sure I've been like in the right space to actually. I'm in awe of everyone has. I'm not sure I'm in the right space to actually have done it yet. But let's.
What do you mean by that? Like, you feel like you're not?
I feel like I'm not ready to write what I want to say. Like, it's not. I haven't percolated the words right yet. You know, my feelings are so.
You're still like processing.
They're still processing
the cancellation. Yeah. I get that. I think I might still be in that space too, and maybe in a little bit of denial. Like, if I write, I know it doesn't really make sense, but if I write a love letter, I wouldn't be able to help like writing it as a eulogy, which is you know, like I think that would be my instinct, and I I'm not obviously clearly I'm clearly not ready to let this go. Just like so many of you aren't.
Yeah.
We so 127,000 signatures on the petition. 560 something letters. And just amazing, and like so many fun videos from everyone.
Should we read the letter and then like watch a video?
Yeah. Let's do it.
So this one is I think it was Oscar. I think I saw this one. Yeah, Oscar 2. Okay. And it was titled Rare Epic Fantasy. So I have not read this yet. I've just picked one at random. So, hi, I've been a fan of epic fantasy all my life, and I've always loved stories set in magical worlds that span thousands of pages and hundreds of thousands of words. There are not many stories like that, and Wheel of Time is one of a few. Seeing it brought to life on screen has been a dream come true. In a genre defined by dwarfs and elves and quests, it's amazing to watch a fantasy show centered on characters that go through fantastic struggles, but also human ones, recovering from trauma and dealing with grief. Problems that aren't one and done, but span across multiple episodes and even seasons, such as Egwene's struggles detailed through seasons 2 and 3 of The Wheel of Time. Seeing it all on screen reflecting the tireless and detailed work by the writers, costume and set designers, SFX teams, etc. is an awesome sight, and I had really been looking forward to seeing the story brought through its many epic moments and to its ultimate conclusion. The news of cancellation was distressing to me. Television shows take a while to hit their stride. When you ask viewers what their favorite season of Game of Thrones was, they usually say 3 or 4. Rings of Power's first season was a dud, but its second season was a huge upgrade. Shows improve over time, and they need time to learn and grow. Season 3 of The Wheel of Time has been some of the best fantasy brought to screen in many years. Much of it watches more like fantasy in a movie than in a television show. These 3 seasons of Wheel of Time have only scratched the surface of what Robert Jordan's books have to offer, and in there are stories and moments that would work perfectly in a TV show. This skin has the bones to support more if you let it. I'm just asking you to give it that chance. Thanks.
Oh, good.
Got to put a heart on that.
So good.
Yeah. So, and there are, if you go in the fan love section, you can go to this fan videos. People are posting videos. So, scroll out a little bit. We'll see more. So, that's Alyssa. The Why We Love Wheel of Time. That came out today. That was Critter put that together.
No, that's a different. This is a different one.
This is a different one. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So those are. It's like 2 compilations of the videos that they've received so far in this world. Why You Love Wheel of Time. Critter did a completely separate video that was
Wheel of Time is, yes.
Wheel of Time is, and people were just supposed to fill in.
This is true. I haven't watched these, so I'm gonna put one on.
Yeah.
I love the Wheel of Time show because it has brought a book series that I have loved since I was a teenager with strong, powerful women and made it into a visual masterpiece with cast and crew that have done such extraordinary work in bringing these characters to life. And I really want to see where this goes. Rafe has told this story in a way that has made it feel like rereading it again for the first time.
The show is incredible. The characters are incredible. This is a great story. It was really just getting so good, and I think this would be a great property for someone to pick up. It's already a very dedicated, loyal fan base, and with the right promotion, I think this show could be a big moneymaker for someone if they put in the time and effort.
It is such an incredible show. They are doing such an incredible job as a fan, as a lifelong fan. I've started reading these books probably when I was like 8, I don't know, 7 or 8, maybe 8. Yeah, I think 8. We'll go with that. It's just, they're doing everything such justice. I'm so happy with how they have been adapting the story, and they deserve to see it through to the end.
And the show's gotten better and better with each season, and it has reached so many people, and I know that it will continue to do so. So please just give it another chance and let it continue, and let us continue to be moved with this beautiful series.
I want you to save the Wheel of Time, please. It meant so much to me growing up. Just the books, they saved me literally from a lot of bullying. And now the show has made such a difference in my life. I've loved it. It's really starting to hit its stride in season 3. It was beautiful. And it actually is one of the reasons I'm finishing a doctorate currently. The show has meant so much to me. Please save it.
The Wheel of Time to me is my heart. It's my passion. I started reading it in 1990, and I was already a fan of Jordan and his Conan years, but this really hit hard. It was that mixture of sci-fi and fantasy and real characters with real meat on the bones. It was amazing, and it's a story that needs to be told. We finally got it on the air. We finally did. We get to see Rand and Nynaeve and Egwene and Matt with his incredible luck, and we've got so much there. We only just got there. We only just got to that point where it begins to get really big. We need to see where it goes, and everyone's gonna love where it goes because it's amazing. The story needs to be told.
I just want to say thank you for everything that you've given us so far. To watch Logain defy his voices. That was brilliant. I am sad, but thank you for what we have.
There are neither beginnings nor endings to the turning of the Wheel of Time, but it was a beginning.
That was incredible.
So good.
I hadn't watched that yet, and it's amazing.
Yeah, you guys just move me over and over and over and over.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yesterday moved me quite a lot. I don't know. You want to talk about yesterday?
Yesterday? I mean, what happened yesterday? Well, so as well as signing a petition and sending letters and postcards and doing social media things and the amplifying the news coverage and all these different things that we're doing, we're like, we need to get out there. We need to be public. We need to be dramatic. We need to catch that mainstream media excitement, buzz. We need to embarrass Sony and Amazon for their foolish decision. We need to show how dedicated we are as a fandom to other streamers, so they'd be like, "Hey, look at all those hundreds of thousands of people that did this," because we just need to do it. So we didn't set up. Well, yeah, actually, we did set up. Well, Mel did some of the hard work, if I'm honest. But collectively, a small group of us, to help coordinate these efforts for the fandom, did a GoFundMe, and it was quite impressive initially. That opened in the new screen, so let me look at that magic. Yeah. The initial goal was $7,000.
Yes. And it was the $7,000 to get digital billboards in London, New York City, and LA, as well as a sky banner, a flyover with a plane banner over Culver City, where the film studios are. For a lot of them, a lot of people have asked. They're like, "Are you doing it over Apple? Are you doing it over Amazon? Are you doing it over Sony?" And the answer is like, yeah, because they're literally right next to each other. They're all in the same place. Yeah. So we're just hitting them all with a big banner in the sky. We're banners across the sky, putting the message out there. So that was the initial ask of the fandom, to see if they would be willing to fund those things. And they did in like less than 2.5 hours. We posted it like kind of late morning yesterday. And then it was insane. It was insane. It just like blew up. And then we had already researched some additional places to have additional digital billboards up. So we went ahead and increased the goal to fund those places. And yeah, I mean, this fandom really wants to be loud, really wants to make noise, really wants to show the world how much we care about this amazing show. And they're, you know, and people are
it's mad.
Blinded Fool sitting there in the chat and sitting there like just publicly like just
I mean, I want to be very clear because obviously we just said about like Blinded Fool there for you know his donation, but you know, like everyone, regardless of amount, like seriously, you know, this fandom's incredible. It doesn't matter whether you donated $5 or 500 or whatever, like, you know, or just shared it around because you're not in a position to donate. Like, it doesn't matter. The support is just incredible, and you're all, you know, just incredible people for it.
Yeah,
so,
that's what's so motivating is everyone is doing what they can when they can, and they don't always have all the time to do it, but when they have time, they do something for it, and just like grabbing a piece and running with it.
Yeah.
And this is just our piece, like where, you know, it's yeah, like we just volunteered to take on the financial ramifications of
and the you know the booking and the getting the artwork sorted.
But it's been truly humbling and an honor to see the response, and we're gonna get those out there as soon as we possibly can. And we just today got some confirmation of pricing on a traditional billboard, you know, to go very close to the studios in Culver City, at a price that we're really happy with. So as soon as we confirm that, we'll put that up and see if people want to fund that too. It's just it's really cool. We'll we want to support what everybody wants. Like everyone wants to help in any way they can, and this has been a thing a lot of people have asked for. So way to go.
Like thank you, Meg. It's not specifically Three Thought Talk. Mel and I are part of the group that have decided to like man this part of or spearhead this part of the effort. But there are others involved, you know, behind things, like, you know, as you can see, put the page back up, you know, we're listed. Where are we? Can you actually like click and see there? Well,
scroll down.
Here we go. Yes.
Yeah.
So, you know, Mel took lead point, but Goat Brother, Joe from Talkies, Critter, Malkier's King, Omar, and myself, we all collectively, you know, I've like taking different parts of this project and spearheading it.
And there's also more people working in the background.
Yeah, there's people doing stuff in the background for it as well.
We're staying it private, and you know, and everyone sharing ideas. There's, if you didn't know, in Watt Series Discord, there's a channel called Save Watt Marilore, and people are popping in, sharing ideas, grabbing tasks, taking charge of sections and areas. There's a comms team now. There's a group working on graphics. There's group fundraising. There's people in different parts of the country, parts of the world looking for more places where we can put up billboards, so that, you know, we get the spokes of the wheel as broad as we can. And so if you haven't found that yet, and want to be more involved, it's a crazy channel. It gets a huge amount of messages every day, and everyone has so much energy. But join the Watt Series Discord and join the movement, as Rob likes to call it, and take on a task and help it out.
That's what it is, you know. It is a movement. It was initially, you know, a campaign to be grateful for what we had and please give us a renewal. And then they were like, let's change it to a Save Watt campaign. And I'm like, there's too much behind it to be a campaign. It's a movement. We are a movement, people, you know. That's what I'm calling it. Every time I post about it, I'm like, join the movement now, you know. So
I think really what it does is it just re-emphasizes how great this fandom is. I mean, how much we care about each other, and that we're too stubborn to quit and too dumb to know when we're beat, and just have a whole lot of hope. And it's been really inspiring, I gotta say.
Now, we're not the only folks doing this. As we said, there's obviously people doing lots of things at the channel, but there is a group of fans in Brazil that got together. I'm just trying to find the original posts.
It's in What's Harry's Discord announcements.
Yes, I got it. So let me pop that up on the screen. So let's see if I can zoom in and get a bit of a close up. Yeah. So they've gone and they've got a digital billboard that's going to go live tomorrow on this is in New York at 1560 Broadway, which is above the Pelly store.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to play. It's a 15-second digital ad. It's going to play once an hour, every hour at 46. So it'll be like 146, 246, 346, so on and so forth. So if you are in New York and you're able to go down here, you can go check it out in Duffy Square. And please take photos and post them on socials. Tag what series, just share it around, post it, and we'll just keep raising awareness as much as we can.
Yeah. So the Brazilians are taking over New York. So we want to try and figure out how we can return the favor and take over Brazil.
Yeah. It's just it's
pretty cool.
It's awesome stuff. It's very, very cool. I'm seriously so impressed. So I think that's about it. Like go check out saveworld.com, and there's just a lot of information there. So
should we pivot?
We should pivot
with some transition.
We should pivot with
Is my baby girl.
That the kind of pivot you wanted?
Sure.
Yeah. Did you need that kind of pivot?
Hot tub scene where you saw Lan's ass.
That's the one.
Yeah. Or did you need this?
Hi ihr Lieben, das letzte Jahr hat für mich ganz toll begonnen, denn ich war in Südafrika.
I won't play the full thing.
Yeah.
If you're not aware, folks, that's Bjorn Lamberg. He's a friend of the show.
Just in case it wasn't clear. We love him.
We do love him. All right. He loves us as well. So, someday we're going to get him to come on the show.
Yes.
He does live in Germany where it is 3 a.m. for him when we start. So I think the plan is to get him for threefold brunch at What a Holiday.
Ooh, I love it.
I think that's the plan.
Big fan.
That's the goal. So we'll have to sort that out. I mean, I should probably figure out when that's going to happen. I haven't sorted that out yet, which is unusual for me. I've normally got that done by like March. So, I should probably think about that and book it. Anyway, moving on from that, folks. Just here's the fun thing, Mel, that you're going to wrap your head around. If we do that, it's unlikely that we will get to talk to Bjorn in advance and actually get to meet him. So the first time you'll actually get to like talk to him properly would be when we all appear on screen. Yeah.
Listen. I'm an okay actor, but I'm not sure I'm that good of an actor.
Oh gosh. Amazing. All right. Right. 2 weeks ago, folks, when we were all still the hopeful fandom, as opposed to the, we do not quit fandom, we rated stabs. And we had a lot of fun doing that. We had good stabs. We had good stabs, not so good stabs, average stabs, stabs that upset people, stabs that people were shocked about that we rated certain ways, things like that. But what did we not do, Mel?
We didn't talk about the worst stabs.
We didn't talk about the worst stabs. So
No.
we're going to talk about worst stabs, and we're going to need chat to tell us about worst stabs as well.
Yeah.
So
to be clear, we have eliminated the cancellation of the Wheel of Time as a contender for worst stabs, because then we wouldn't really have much to talk about to rank the worst stab.
yeah, you'd be like, which one's the worst stab? 99% of you pick cancellation of the Wheel of Time.
Yeah, I mean,
You know.
that doesn't make for good live YouTubing. So that one has been eliminated, just to be clear.
Yeah. But we do have 10 worst stabs for you to enjoy.
Mhm.
Or not enjoy, depending on how you feel about them. So I'm going to share my screen, and we will work our way through them. So first one up, and apologies sometimes if it's not the crispest of image, because if it's in an action shot, it's not always that easy to get.
Yeah.
So
but just in case people weren't here for the best stab ranking,
sorry,
something weird happened. Just to explain our ranking system, is we have a very official stabometer, and we rank stabs on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the worst, 10 being the best. So in the best stabs, getting a 10 would have been the winning, quote unquote, winning score. But this time we're ranking the worst stabs. So a 1 is the best worst score you could get. So we're going from the bottom. So if you rank it, if you give it a 10, it's a not so bad stab. If you give it a 1, it's like the worst stab in the season. So that's to be clear, as you're putting your rankings into the chat.
Yeah.
That's the metric we're going by.
That is, yeah. So, and there's varied reasons things might be considered bad stabs. In terms of execution, could be a bad stab, like badly done, badly performed. Could be a bad stab for emotional reasons. Could be a bad stab just because, like, you know what? Just didn't like it. Yeah. So we put these in. And yes, you are right. We are going for the bottom.
We're going for the bottom.
But first up, Ivan gets hilt deep.
Yeah.
Good title, that one. I will say that.
Thanks. I came up with it myself.
You did. Kudos, Mel. So, Mel, you put this one in. Obviously, not all the worst stabs came from Mel and I. Like Leigh-A and Amis put in some as well, but they're not here, so we'll work around that. But Mel, why did this make worst stabs for you?
Yeah, so when I was looking at the worst stabs, I was thinking from the perspective of like if the person getting stabbed is who we empathize with. So if I am empathizing with the character getting stabbed as opposed to the character doing the stabbing, that made it a worse stab for me. So obviously, Ivan getting force stabbed by Leander and tossing a sword into his chest. There was a lot of pointy sword stabbing this season, like a fair amount of stabbing with the tip of a sword, which is not usually like the most common way that swords are.
Yeah, it's there was a lot of tip work with the swords this season.
Lots of tipping. Yeah. But yes, so Ivan got a jolt to the chest with the sword all the way up to his chest in this. Yeah.
So what would you score this, Mel?
Yeah, that's really hard. I think my scoring is partially increased by the fact that I know that this is not original Ivan. It's because original Ivan was not in season 3. And
original.
And I know this was like a new actor, even though I loved the character Ivan. I feel a little bit less bad about this. That's terrible because it was a new guy who only got 15 minutes of screen time in the whole season because he died immediately. So I am not going to rank it as low as if it were original Ivan. So I'm
Okay.
gonna give it a 4.
You're giving it a 4.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I was thinking, for me, I was like, no, I think I expected this death, so the stabbing was not as emotional grabbing to me.
You
But
expected it
yes, I didn't. I seen
because of trailers and all of the teasers and all of this.
Yeah, I expected Lana to lose the water, and we saw Maxim in the Two River stuff, so I was like, I think Ivan dies.
Okay, so the lack of surprise.
The lack of surprise. However, the actual stabbing was pretty impressive. So whereas previously it would have been like, maybe like a 7 or 8 because it wasn't that bad for me. The impressive nature of it bumps it back down to a 5 for me. So
Okay.
I'm gonna give that a 5. Chat, feel free to throw your numbers in of how you would rank this. Remember, it's like golf scoring. Sorry, hit my mic. It's like golf scoring. The lower the score, the better it was. So if you thought this was a really good stab because it was a impressive.
You're explaining it the opposite of the way that I just explained it.
If you think, okay, fine. If you think it's a really bad stab, is what you're saying, then because it was executed
bad stabs
really
get
well.
Low scores.
Yes, bad. Yeah, there we go.
Yes. So do you want to revise your score?
No, I still like a 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
If it had just been like, casual stab, hadn't been like the impressive pick it up, protect the Lana stab, it would have been like a 7 or an 8. Because I've been like, it's not actually that bad a stat. It's not, so yeah.
I'm with you. All right, we have a few scores.
Jen says, I'm here late. My ranking is going to be rank. That's fair. That's fine.
Good. Glenn says 4.02. I'm very curious about that 02.
Right. Well, that's getting rounded to a 4. So
yeah. Patrick says 3. Meg says 2.5. Ooh, Meg did not like this stat. Matt says 4. Fashy says 3.5. Audie says 3. All right, so I feel like we're kind of all agreeing about this stab. It's kind of it's not quite mid, but yeah, it's getting there.
I feel like a 3 feels like the average from chat.
Oh, are you doing chat average? All right. Do you want me to add that in?
No, we don't actually have to like
Stabbometer. You can eyeball chat average. We've got things to do.
We just eyeball it. So yeah.
All right. I'm giving chat average.
Oh, you're actually going to chat average? Okay, fine. You're chat average. Yeah, fair enough.
No, I'm not actually doing the math.
Oh,
I'm trusting
right.
your math brain.
Okay, right. Sweet. 3 done.
So that makes it a 4, a 5, and a 3. So
Yep.
you and me and chat, that gives it an average stabbometer of 4.
Average of 4 overall. Okay, fair enough. So next on the stab sheet, and by the way, that was from episode 1.
You gonna play the stabbometers? The stabby?
Oh, sorry. My apologies.
Stabby graphic?
Average of 4.
Aw.
Bam!
That's a really good stab for a 4.
Well, yeah, but when like things like this are the 8.
That's true. I mean, true. That's true.
It's to grain. They're pretty much all good. It was a tough choice. The first 3 of the worst stabs all come from episode 1, folks. The second one comes, and this is, come on, open up, please. Sorry, I have to open up every time, so it's going to take me just a hot second while I change screens and such. This is Naomi stabbing at Les. And this was you again, Mel?
Yeah, my nomination. Yeah,
your nomination. But I'll go first on this. I did not expect this, and it hit me very emotionally.
Yeah.
I mean, but it was, it's so true. There are no rules, by the way, people. By the way, if you're voting, it was bad of Naomi. to do this.
Really
It was
bad.
so bad of Naomi to do this. And like mental stabbing someone mentally, that's so harsh. So this is getting
because
like
it's like
this
it's
is like
not an instant death, right?
no, this is a 2.
Yeah.
This is a 2. That's what it's going for me there.
A 2. Yeah, I feel like the worstness of it is enhanced by the fact that we didn't really see any sort of like it seemed like a permanent damage thing. It didn't seem like anything that could be healed. So the outcome of the stab is a woman who's partially capable of like cognition, but not completely. And it was such a betrayal, true, of someone who was so well trusted and like, and, you know, had no idea that she was Dark Friend. So yeah, I'm with you. I give it a 2 also because
2 as well?
just you just don't do my girl like that. I wanted her to be able to thirst after those Trakan boys, and she didn't even get to do that. It's not fair.
This is so true, yeah. 2 is the one that's rolling in immediately. Vashi, like, yeah, 2, I feel stabbed emotionally by it. 2. Patrick Lightbody coming in for the 7, I demand blood for low scores.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow. Okay.
I mean, that's your criteria. Fair. All right.
It's valid. That's valid.
Yeah. Another 2, like Illuminatrix in there with that. Yeah.
There are 5 2s, a 7, and a 0.5. No rules.
Negative
0.5.
5. Wait, negative 0.05. Because look where the point is.
Yes, it's 0.05.
Yes. Oh, I thought you said 0.5. Sorry, not 0.05.
Amazing. Yeah, really
Dude.
bad. Ooh.
A
We've got a
4.
4 there.
Glenn says 5.
Skeeter empathizes with Naomi. I think we're going to have to unpack that at some point,
Yeah.
Skeeter.
Loading Sky Shrine says, I'm voting that this does not qualify as a stab, but clearly no one will listen to me.
That's okay. Let's back up. The only actual rule we have in the stabby rankings is that something has to qualify as a stab, and it has to be, if it's a weapon, it has to be a pointy thing, and the way that the weave is formed is clearly like a pointy arrow into the brain. So it's a pointy weave, and it counts as a stab. You can also have emotional stabs; those are valid. But there are very clear distinctions between whether like a slash or a bludgeoning are allowed, and they are not, because if we do that, then like literally every battle we would have 500 different injuries to rank, and frankly, we only really care about stabs. Let's be clear.
Yes, as Skeeter has just put in chat, the first rule of Stab Club is pointy.
It's got to be a pointy stab. And yes, clearly a stab. Yes. And actually we only had during season 2 we had some strong debates about whether something was a stab or not, or qualified as a stab internally before we announced the finalists or the nominees. And but this season we were pretty good. Like there were some real clear dividing lines between whether something was a stab or not a stab.
It's almost like we get better at this with every season.
Yeah.
So
yeah, we need more seasons. So
we need more seasons, clearly. So if you know, as you're sitting there watching Apple and enjoying this live show, please consider reaching out to Sony and purchasing the rights from them, and giving us the rest of the story that us, the fans, and the cast and the crew all deserve to put together. I feel like chat has mostly thrown out 2s with a couple, like, you know, there's like a 7, a 4, and a 5. So I feel like a 3, if I'm going to eyeball, I feel like a 3 is okay.
Okay. You're eyeballing a 3?
I'm eyeballing
I mean,
a 3.
that 7 really, like, yeah, it skewed the...
But they were like, Yeah,
A
there were
4
like
and a 5 and a 7. Yeah.
yeah, it was only 1 4, 1 5, 1 7, but there was like 6 twos. So I was
All
like,
right.
just hopping up by 1, I think is okay. What does that leave us on the?
Still just a 2.
Still just a 2.
A 2 and a 3. It's a 2.
There's your 2.
Clear stab.
Clear stab.
Yes.
Okay. Next on the list, last one from episode 1. This is a grey man turning Nynaeve into a pincushion. So, which, you know, some people may have enjoyed, some people may not have enjoyed. Mel?
It's
how
not
did you
up
feel
on the
about it?
screen.
It will be in a second, don't worry.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Gray man stabs Nynaeve like way too many times. It's so many stabbings. Just over and over stab. This to me, I think, might be the worst stabs of the season. And it was
okay.
exacerbated because she couldn't defend herself. Like she couldn't. She was just paralyzed in fear, just stabbing over and over and over. And it was gratuitous. It was so much. So for me, this one's a 1 for me.
It's a 1. Okay. Okay. I love this, by the way. Like, I guess I'm a stab purist or a snooty stabbish. Yeah. Like Glenn.
We have to draw the line somewhere, and that's where our line is.
It made me mad, but I'll give it a 1. Vashi's given it a 1. Obviously, you've given it a 1. This was just terrible. Also, because it was kind of set up by Moraine. Had Moraine not allied with Lanthyr and you know, let her fuck with the kids, then you know, Grey Man couldn't have snuck in and stabbed Nynaeve 17 million times and upset my boy Lan. So
yeah,
you know, this gets it gets a 1 from me as well.
Yeah, a 1 from me.
Yeah, pretty.
A 1 from you. Yeah, and the mat of it all, on top of all of that, there's so many layers of bad stabs. Yeah.
So we got a couple of 1s in chats. Got a -1. We got a 3, a 2, a 2. So currently, I think we're probably sitting close to a 2 there on chat. Chat, feel free to throw them in.
Mm-hmm.
While we're doing that, let me close the poll from earlier. Would you meet Bjorn at a bed on the beach? 65% of you said yes, you would. Thank you to everyone who voted.
Only 65? What are the rest of you thinking?
I mean, maybe
they want to meet him somewhere else.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
at a bed somewhere else. Maybe they don't like beds on beach because they don't like sand. And if you don't like sand, what are you doing here?
Learning about why they should like sand. I have been visiting for years, and I am learning more and more every week about what it is to be, you know, from the threefold land and what that means. Yeah. So there's no more comments in chat. So I feel like chat can I feel like a 2 is appropriate because we've got like 2 1s, a 3, a 2, a 2. So yeah, I feel like 2 is the appropriate chat vote here.
All right.
What does that put us on?
Still didn't take us over. We don't have enough people in here to, like, if we're both 1s, then chat's really got to work it to
yeah.
Take it up.
Okay.
If they didn't. It's a 1.
It's a 1. Bam! Self-inflicted.
Mm-hmm. Ugh, so bad.
That's our winner.
Like that.
That's our winner so far, folks. Not to put too heavy a focus on it. All right, we are moving on to episode 2, the only one from episode 2. I picked this one. And I called this the bro stabbing.
Okay.
That's what I titled it. It is this. And it didn't actually capture the moment where the girl gets the next stab because I felt that bad about it. I watched this a couple times trying to get the screenshot for this moment.
Yeah.
And the other 3 people that got killed in this scene had their throats slit.
Uh-huh.
Bro here actively stabs his little sister's neck. I'm like,
older
my dude.
sister?
Older sister?
I'm not sure.
His sister, whatever. Like, he looked a little older than her, but it doesn't matter. Yeah, I was like, you were. I mean, they're both crappy, but like,
for her.
yeah, he was like, he's got it for her. So this gets, this gets a 0 from me.
A 0.
Yeah, I was gutted by this. I was like, I don't care about the other people dying. I don't like. All right, it was like callous of her to be like, yeah, okay, you've all just bowed to me. Now you're all dead. But it felt extra callous and unnecessary from the brother. As like the Fool said, No Garden, like there was a grudge here. So,
yeah. Since there's no rules,
you're like, I don't care. This is a really well executed stab. It's neat.
No, I don't think this is going to gain points for me, if that makes sense, because it's a well executed stab, but it's not a Wheel of Time stab. I'm going to protest it's a Game of Thrones stab, not a Wheel of Time stab. And Game of Thrones stabs are excellent because they like surprise you and then they shock you and you're like unprepared for that.
Oh.
And so I want to give it more points because of the like shock factor of how we just did not see it coming. And it like totally like freaked everybody. And I was just like, oh, what is happening? So for me, it gets more points because it was so shockingly good. And again, if I'm thinking about like who I'm empathizing with in the moment, like I don't really empathize with this character very much because I don't know her very well. So I'm gonna give it a 5.
You're gonna give it a 5?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, this is interesting. So currently from chat, we've got 2 1s, 3 1s, sorry, and a 10.
Fastest death of the 4.
Glenn gave it a 10 because it was the fastest death. So
I love that.
Patrick's like, it's a mean stab, but these are exactly key characters. So 4.
Okay.
Well, okay. So we got so 3, 10, 4. Matthew Murdoch, awful 1 out of 10. So another 1 there.
Wow.
The 1 from Meg.
On your side over here.
Yeah. I feel like I'm going to actually try and add these scores up. I'll give you like another 30 seconds from the time you hear this, folks.
Yeah.
To like put in a vote number.
Yeah. It was just so surprising. And that for me, that's one of the things I love most about Wheel of Time. So I just like did not expect. 100% enjoyed it. I don't know. Does that make me a sadist? I love it when brothers stab sisters.
You're fine. It's okay. All right. So 1, 2, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Oh, 5 and a 10 in there
10.
now.
Jesus. Okay. Right. So we have a total of 10, 20, 30, 35, 10 people. So 3.5 from chat.
Okay.
Exactly a 3.5. I've taken 10 votes from chat. 35 in total it came to. 3.5 is the average. So what's this give us? Like a 3?
It takes us to a 3. Yeah, it's 2.8. So it's a 3.
All right, it's a 3. All right. There's your 3, folks.
I love her. She's so good.
She is so good. So okay. Next stab. There were no worst stabs in episode 3. Episode 3 did not have a stab that qualified as the worst stab.
Because they were all excellent stabs.
Because they were all excellent stabs. So your stab, next worst stab comes from episode 4, folks. And that is stabbing the boar. So, I don't know, Mel, do you have thoughts on this?
So, Mirren stabs the pattern, breaks out the dark one, and it creates the taint, I mean, that's all pretty bad, but kind of like epically bad.
Yeah.
You know? And the way the show executed on this storyline was just like butter. I have a really hard time ranking this low because it in the circular world of the Wheel of Time, it needed to happen so that our heroes could be on the journey that they're on.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to give it a 7.
You want to give it a 7? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Fair. Now, for me, if she had done this deliberately, like to get to the Dark One, then like if she'd known what she was stabbing for, then this would be a good stab. Like this would not be in the worst stab section. The fact that she has no idea what she's actually stabbing, puts it in the worst stab section for me.
Okay.
But like I say, it is pretty epically executed in the show. I love this already. We're getting like 10 out of 10, no notes. 11 out of 10 though. 10 the presentation. 10. It released the Dark One, awful, but we didn't see it, so 4. Great scene had to happen, give it a 10. Accidental stab still gets style points. See? Yes. Style points, yeah.
Yeah.
This one goes to 11. And
that's
10.
not on the scale, but we don't have rules.
We don't have rules, you're so right. So getting that I would, put
so
this
because
in,
it was accidental, it can't be a 10 for you. Is that what you're?
Yeah.
Is that what you're going for?
But I do like the number 8.
Okay, an 8.
In chat, I feel like aside from Matt's 4, do we get anything else apart from 10s?
It looks like Patrick is giving a 2 to the floaty college.
Glenn, who would hang out under that thing.
Giving it a 4.2, and Straight Flame's giving it a 1. So we got some different opinions in here.
And Stabbing the Boar is my Jason Natel cover band, 8 out of 10. All right, so 8, 9, 13.
That's pretty kinky.
60, 70, 80. I think. All right. It looks like chat has rounded it to. Chat's giving it an 8.
Chat's giving it an 8. That means it's an 8.
It's an 8
because you gave it an 8.
Because I gave it an 8 as well. So this is not a very good worst stab. Boom.
Yeah. Good job.
We go. All right, and that was the only stab in episode 4 that hit the category of worst. Now we have 3 stabs from episode 5.
Wow.
That came in the category of worst stab. First one is Alana being a white cloak pincushion.
She does get
and the honestly the best shot I could get of this was basically was the silhouette. And
I feel like is great. I love it.
I know, right? At the end, I was like, do you know what? I think this is the best I'm gonna get. And now that I've just put back on screen, I'm like, this should be someone's like screensaver on their phone.
Yeah,
or something,
it's cool.
Shouldn't it? They're like, what is that? They're like, that's a woman getting stabbed with arrows.
Yeah.
It's the whole conversation started there for you folks. So if someone wants this as their phone background, hit me up and I'll send it to you. Send you a copy of it. It's great. So all right. Alana pincushion. You
go
ahead. For it. Yeah.
No, you go ahead.
All right. I was only going to go ahead because it was like my turn, but I'm happy if you actually have something to say.
No, you're fine.
Okay. It's she's not very good at protecting herself here.
She is not.
You'd
think that there would be some basic defensive skills.
Yeah, she's she's allowed a water to like get kicked to the curb. Like he has to turn up and save her at the end. She was gonna get it, but it's also like 15 versus 1 or something stupid like that. So it could be a lot worse. Arrows are also, arrows are a stab, but they're also like a little bit of a cop-out stab, aren't they? You know, they're like a
No.
distance. They're like a distance stab.
There's nothing
So-
wrong with range stabbing. It is stabbing regardless.
Yeah. They also didn't achieve death.
I mean, true. But I think only because she was saved by healing.
Saved by the kids, yeah. Okay. This is mid-level. It's not great. It's not bad. I'm 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, to me, to me, it loses points because she's just like so bad at defending herself on her own. She put herself in the situation to
She
be
did.
that. So I am frustrated with Alana for having put herself in a situation, knowing what was out there, to be in a vulnerable position like this and not being smart about it. So that to me makes it lose points. However, I don't think that the actual stabs, the range stabs, were like as gratuitously bad in the moment as like if I'm comparing it to Nynaeve getting stabbed a million times by the Grey Man. So I want to give it a 3.
Okay. 3. Chat so far, I've got a few votes in there, ranging from 0s to 6s. So, and just a reminder, folks, the lower the score, the worse the stab. We are trying to rank the worst stabbings of season 3. And as a reminder, the cancellation of the Wheel of Time by Sony and Amazon does not count. That is its own separate piece of shit. 7 from Skeeter coming in there. All right.
Wow.
I think we're going to cut it off there. If there's
Skeeter
plenty
has
of
a problem
time.
with Alana, apparently.
Yeah. So 30, 15, 25, and it is 8. It's just over a 3 from chat.
Just over a 3?
Yeah.
Well, chat and I take it then.
Yeah, is it?
It actually is a 4 because your 5 brings it to a 3.6. So we round
okay.
up. Yeah.
Round it. It's only our second 4 of the night. So here you go. Bosh.
Amazing.
Yeah. All right. The second worst stab from episode 5. Similar moment again. Not the greatest of shots, folks. You know, dark episode, lots of action. It didn't always work out best for taking screenshots, but this is the Dane gut stabby. You can just about see here. This is him. Is this Dane getting a gut stab, or is
Dane gut stabs Perrin?
That's it. Yeah, Dane gut stabs
Perrin
yeah.
getting stabbed.
Yes. Dane guts Perrin. Any initial thoughts on this, Mel?
Is it? Can I rank it higher because I think Perrin deserved it?
There are no rules. I'm not gonna like that, but there are no rules.
They walk through the camp through the middle of the camp, like not being sneaky in any way, and like make a lot of noise. And I mean, I think they're the only reason they even survived is because the Aiel and Fael were there. Perrin just kind of like lumbers through the whole thing. So I feel like I don't know. Oh man, I feel like Perrin kind of deserves it. So it should rank higher because maybe it made him learn his lessons to actually like protect himself slightly better in the future. And he did actually. He donned some armor finally, so that's good. I'm giving it a 6.
You're giving it a 6. All right. This is plain and simple. This is my guy getting stabbed by Drunk Boy. This is a terrible stab. You know, so it gets a 2 from me.
Oh,
easy. Okay. No messing around.
Easy 2.
Easy 2. So let's see what we got going in chat. We got, I see a 7, a 6, an 8. Put your votes in, folks. Yeah. It gave us the fireplace scene with Fael, so 8. Okay.
Valid.
5, not a killing blow. Okay, yeah. Yeah. 7, only because he learned what a badass Fael is. Okay.
It's valid.
Guess I will turn it up to 11. And then we got a 5 and a 4. So okay. So 11, 5, and 4. Oh god, that's a lot of weird numbers to add up. All right, 1 second. 14, 20, 28, 34.
I thought your math
39.
skills would come in handy here.
Yeah, thank you. 59, and there's 9. So did I say 54 and there's 9? No, 59 and there's 9. So that is 5.5.
Okay. That puts it at a 4.5.
So that rounds up.
Yeah.
So it's a 5.
If you swing that way, yeah.
Yeah. We swing that way. All right, it's our first 5 of the night, folks.
Oh yeah, squishy.
Fitting that 5 is kind of actually a gut stab.
It's very similar.
Yeah, that's fitting.
Good job.
Well done, chap. Nicely done. All right, and the last from episode 5 that fit into the worst stab category. And again, this is tough to see, but this is a white cloak gut stabbing. Another gut stab here, folks. Gut stabbing Maxim. So this one was a little clearer to see. There's a bit more definition in this photo. I feel like Maxim let his guard down here. He turned up, saved the day. Well, no, this was mid-fight, wasn't it? Sorry, this was not the arrow at the end. If it had been the arrow at the end and that, but yeah, this was mid-fight. I mean, he's fending off what 3-4 white cloaks at one point here.
Yeah, they are white cloaks though. He should.
They
be
are
better.
white cloaks.
Lan could take out 4 fades and not quite die.
Not quite die. The dude was probably about a minute away from dying, if I'm honest.
I mean, that's what I mean. Not quite die. I feel like Maxim should have been able to handle like a bunch of white cloak NPCs.
By the way, people are appreciating my mental maths right now. So,
He's so good at it, you guys.
Where's my abacus? The really fun thing is when there's like, what were we watching? There was like votes on something. It was Kickstarter. It was one of Brandon's Kickstarters, wasn't it?
I can't remember.
I feel like it was we were trying to work out like how many more hundreds of thousands of dollars the fucking guy had to reach to get to like $1 million or something bizarre like that. I'm very much exaggerating that. And as we were talking about it, we pop it on the screen and be like, look, this is how much he's currently raised. And in my head, while saying that, I would do the mental math of how many more he had to get to the next big milestone. And then I would say it and be like, how did you know that, Rob? I'm like,
it's very impressive.
I did the math in my head.
Yes.
Sorry, Maxim gut stab.
Yeah, I'm giving him a 4. I feel like he should have known better. He should have been better at that.
Okay. I was gonna throw a 5 at this, to be honest.
Okay.
But I'm kind of, I'm not. I love Maxim, but I'm like, it's not a great stab. It's not a bad stab. I was like mid range.
Yeah.
So
it's mid. It's mid.
It's a mid stab for me. Yeah. Chad is throwing out a few things. Alana got stabbed more, so it's 10. So saying this is a good stab, then not a worse stab. So,
yeah.
Wait, Dana. This does not even rate for you. So is this like a negative number? Is that what you're saying there?
0? Is that a 0?
Is that a 0? It might be a 0. Let me write those numbers. So we got the 10. We got the 8.
Meh.
Matt gives it a 5 as well. Vashy's throwing a 7 at it. Illuminatrix throws a 5 at it.
Stab stain. I like that.
Stab?
A stab.
Not stab. Stab. Not stab. Stab. Skeeter abstains. Rain throws a 3 at it.
Okay.
Right.
Really interesting.
Dana is abstaining. Abstaining. Yeah, I feel
Yeah.
like that's some new slang that we now have
Yeah,
on
substaining.
Yeah, substaining.
I like it. This
I'm
is
going to
good.
substain from that. Yeah. All right. I feel like that might just be our numbers. So let's see.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Yeah, it looks like it. So 28, 30, 38, 6.2.
All right.
So I feel like we've ended up on a 5.
That is a 5. Yeah.
All right. Another 5 of the day, folks. Ironically, another gut stab, got another gut rank.
Did you guys do that on purpose?
I feel like maybe they did that on purpose.
Maybe they did. Maybe they did.
Maybe they did. All right.
All
Three quote worst stabs left, folks. 2 from episode 7. 6, like 3, cleared away. No worse stabs than 3 or in 6. But 7 has 2 of them. Oh yeah. Yeah, I think we all know this one. This one, and also I got great facial expression on this one. I was really impressed with this one. Okay.
Let's see it.
Boom.
Oh wow.
That's a freeze face right there. I mean, look at that. Like
wow.
I'm well happy with that one. So I did get, pointy arrow. So,
Okay, yeah, this is Alana gets the spear arrow through the chest in the Two Rivers battle. That's what this is.
Yeah. Alana
Episode
arrowed.
7.
Spear arrowed. Sorry.
Oh man. I okay. Oh man. Again, she should have known better. Homegirl, you're green, Asha.
Glenn, 1,000 out of 10.
Wow.
I think I can.
That's gonna skew the results.
I think I can only count that as an 11, Glenn, to be honest.
So
I'm sure Priyanka. Sure Priyanka loves that still shot. I feel like I'm gonna clip this out and then send it to her and be like, "We ranked stabs last night, and this was one of them." Hope you don't mind the freeze frame.
Oh my gosh, so good. Okay, so yeah, I'm mad at her for not knowing better. And again, just running towards the forest unguarded. Out in the open. It's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. I'm giving her a 3.
Giving her a 3? All right.
Yeah.
Lottie tries to. Glenn was okay with making 11. Lottie's like, number one, wish she didn't die, but should have his 20 out of 10.
My goodness.
Again, I'm gonna. You can throw the large numbers out, folks, but I'm gonna lock it off at 11. There's a rule there, folks. Strings throwing in 11. Patrick is also throwing in a 5, but also a 2026 calendar shots. Priyanka's had a calendar. That's what this year's about.
Yeah, we have to come up with a new one every year.
Next year, I need a hookup because next year I don't have any way of. I'm gonna have to be like, Taylor, help me out here. Next year, the current plan is to recreate Instagram poses from the Lord of the Seven Kingdoms, the Lord of the Seven Towers himself, Daniel Henney. So get your golden retrievers out, folks, because yeah.
Doggo pictures. Amazing.
Couple more 5s in there. Okay. Skeeter's volunteering to do this particular pose right now. Skeeter just wants to get stabbed. That's what it is.
Did you rank this yet?
I did not rank this yet. She's foolish. She's really foolish in this moment. Like, how is there no sensing going on? Someone yelling, like, it's got to be a 2 for me.
2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Looking at chat, there's a 4 appeared since I last looked. 43, 52. Next year, stabby calendar. Not a bad shout, actually. Get Dan to do stabby poses. We'll ask him. 2, 7. That is, it's a fraction over a 7 from chat.
Oh.
So what I feel like that's bumped us up to like a 4.
Yeah, it has.
Yeah.
You're right.
I'm not
That's
bad
a
at this
4.
average business, am I?
You can do all the mental math. Oh,
There's the 4. All right.
lots of good facial expressions and 4s.
Yep. Okay. Now the other one, I feel like this is. Oof, I feel like we're going to upset some people with this one.
Oh yeah, yeah.
There were 2 from episode 7, folks. But bear in mind, we've just seen Alana getting the big chest spear.
Mm-hmm.
What might be the other worst stab in that episode?
Mm-hmm.
What might it be, people?
Mm-hmm.
Pour one out for days.
It's a 0 for me.
Yep.
I love
easy.
her.
It's a 0 for me as well.
Don't make me look at her. I'm so sad.
2 zeros automatically.
Homegirl had just joined AA.
Yeah.
Was turning her life around.
I know, right?
Just the...
Yeah. I love this, Matthew. That Rob's just averages.
Hey now. The only people who can insult the Wetlander on the show are the IE.
Yeah, apparently the length of the stabbing device brings it up to a 5. I mean, there's vague argument there.
Sure.
1, negative 11.
Okay.
0 is where it bottoms out. Sorry. 1, 0.
Freaking days.
Yeah.
So great.
Another 1, a 0, a 1, a 0, a 1.
Has anybody gone back and listened to see if the Hero of the Horn theme music plays when she dies? Anybody? I'm not sure.
A 1.
Because please brighten my day and let me know that she's a Hero of the Horn too.
7 1s.
Such a death.
3, 4,
What is
5,
that a
6.
quote from? Let it be such a death.
I don't know actually. 1, 2. All right, and 2, 0. Oh, another 1 there. Okay. Right. Let me actually do some. Right. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and we got. Oh, it's a 1 from chat.
Yeah.
There was 15 people voted, and we got 13. Oh wait, no. We got more than that. No, it is 13. Sorry, I did count the 5. Ignore me. Yes.
We don't have a 0. I don't think we have a 0 on the stebometer moment. Do we? Oh, we do. We do. Yeah. That's right. That's right. Oh my gosh.
All right.
Dislike.
Now, last but not least, this comes from episode 8. This was a controversial worst stab option. So you can make your judgments here, folks. But the contender from episode 8 for the worst stab of season 3 is Melindhra almost stabbing Lan.
Yeah.
I feel like this can be voted on just by chat.
Just chat. Okay.
Yeah, because I think we have our winner, unless you're going to throw a 0 at this, Mel. Are you going to throw a 0 at this?
No, because it's not a stab.
Exactly.
So I feel like it should be disqualified.
Yeah. So chat,
my
you can vote,
opinion.
but this doesn't actually make it. But whoever did episode 8 out of Amis and Leigh-A put it in the
I think
list.
it was Amis. Blaming her.
Boo. We'll blame Amis. All right. So chat, yeah, feel free to vote on this. I'm just getting like boos and things in chat. So.
Boo.
This is more of a threat and stab does not count.
Yeah.
Vashi gives it a 10. Love the turn. Oh,
Okay, Vashi.
Eliminatrix says disqualified. She didn't stab him. 10. Disqualified. Mel doing stabbing wins. I with Glenn. Not a stab. Love it. Okay.
Yeah. Let's be clear. it's kind of my fault that maybe this fell flat. Because it kind of already put it out there.
That what?
That Mel wasn't gonna
Be a big feature?
No, that she didn't really believe in her oaths. Like she wasn't really, the dark friendness was not as dark friendy as some of the dark friends.
I still can't get over that you basically predicted that Mel would be Malkier.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
That was funny. Now, folks, if you're not aware, between season 2 and season 3, Kevin Angus and I did Glory to the Stars streams, or Kiss Your Eye streams, where we focused on a character and played just their scenes and talked about them throughout this, across the season. And we were live for like 8 hours or 7, 8 hours type thing. And different guests every hour or so to come and have fun. When Mel came and joined us, she came as her alter ego, Malkier. Malkier Melindhra.
Yes.
Unbeknownst to us, Melindhra is Malkier in the TV show. If you if you weren't aware of that already, obviously you've kind of been spoiled a little bit here, folks. Sorry. But yeah, I still feel like you predicted that slightly. I feel like they watched that and they were like, "That's a good idea. We should put that in."
It was during them filming in South Africa. It was during that same time.
Exactly. So they absolutely could have been like, let's do a rewrite.
Absolutely. Malkier. Way to go.
Way to go. So we have pretty much everything was a 5 or lower. With the one exception, which was the boar stabbing, which got an 8. So, which was pretty consistent across the board. We got a couple of 5s, which were the gut stabs. We got a 4, which is Alana being speared and Ivan being stabbed in the chest.
I love that you're reading this off, but you didn't actually let chat vote on this one. I mean, they did vote.
They did. They disqualified it.
I don't know. There's 10s. There's some 10s.
There's some 10. There's 1 10. 2 10 didn't stab him.
There's 3 10s.
3 10s disqualifies.
3 10s and a bunch of boos.
Yeah, a bunch of boos and disqualifies. They outweighed. So it got what did it win?
It won a butt rock.
It got ranked as
I don't give a fuck.
There we go.
It's always a little hinge when it's just 2 of us, folks. Especially actually when it's just me and Mel.
We know what we want.
There's something about me and Mel where
I don't care.
It just goes off the rails. So we got a 3 for the bro stabbing.
Mm-hmm.
We got a 2 for the Naomi brain stab. We got a 1 for Nynaeve being a pincushion. And our winner of the worst stab of season 3, pour it out, Days Conga. Ugh.
Just the worst. Why you do that to us? She's just like, that woman stole every scene she was in.
Yes, she did. So
good. Ugh.
Love you, Days.
Right.
Right.
I mean, congratulations. It's very weird to congratulate the winner of the worst stabs.
Yeah. I feel like we should have had a trophy, but also I'm not sure the actress would want it. Maybe the reason that it got the worst stab would make her want it.
Yeah, maybe so.
Yeah.
Maybe so. Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe. Right. Mel.
Illuminatrix wants to cosplay that meme. Amazing.
What, of Days just like laying on the floor? Oh my god, Skeeter. I actually feel like ranked 3-fold talk hosts by who is most likely to take things off the rails would result in a tie. I feel like your front runners are Mel and Leigh-A, followed by Amis.
For different reasons.
For different reasons.
Yes.
Followed by Amis and then me. I feel like I come last in that category.
Yeah, I mean, you do try to take on the role of the sheep herder, the herder of cats.
The cat wrangler. Yeah.
Yeah, most of the time. But when you don't have to herd, you
yeah, when there's no herding required. Yeah,
no herding.
So, yeah,
we're herd free.
There's chanting going on in the chat. Cut the hair. Cut the hair. Cut. Okay. Yeah, it's
I think
time.
we need some like epic music or something, but we would get copyright whatever for it. Do we have anything?
I don't know. Let's see what we got. What is this? Nope, definitely not.
I know.
It's a soundbite. I forgot we had that. Cinematic Symphony of Steel.
Ooh.
No, don't like that. Nope.
This could work. Yeah, you can either have an emotional eulogy, thank it, grasp it and hold it. And what is it like? The Marie Kondo it, like thank it for its effort and let it go.
Thank you. I'm actually trying to make myself cry as well.
No, don't.
It's been 3 years. 2 hairbrushes. And more loose hair around the place than I could possibly keep track of. Oh my god, the molting. Countless bottles of shampoo. Awful times post-swimming. And dreadful during the summer. But it is time to bring it to an end. And the scissors must happen. I don't know, like, this is probably really loud and people can't hear me.
No, we can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it is time, folks. We got a couple of ties in, so but I'm gonna cut it here. Can you see that okay? Because I can't see.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Alright, here we go. Oh, this is a good moment to do it in, actually. Yeah. Make sure I'm not, like, cutting my head.
Don't cut your fingers. Don't bleed, except it'll be okay if you bled. God.
Oh my god, it's cutting! This is really strange. Well, maybe it's not cutting, actually. Come on. Oh no, I can feel it. There it's going. I think I'm over halfway. Here we go.
Maybe he needs sharper scissors.
I need really sharp. These are not designed for cutting hair. Come on, cut!
Is it coming? Oh. You're so close. You're still there. You're getting there. Oh my gosh, he really does have the thickest hair imaginable. Let's go. Oh.
There it is. Oh my god, look at that. Look at that cut at the end. That's terrible. That is my hair, folks.
Wow.
And the music just ended. All right, I can go away now.
Wow. Show that again. Man.
This is so thick, seriously. Like, you can see like where it was cutting it and then like where it went round the side of my head. Like round, I'm gonna have to buzz this off now. That is, oh yeah, that is so short on the back. I might just get a buzz cut.
Oh, is that weird? Does that feel weird? It's still pretty long.
Yeah, it is still pretty long. But yeah, this
wow.
is...
You can't ponytail it anymore. Amazing. Well, Sound Kid is going to have a really beautiful wig from your hair.
That is wicked thick. Seriously. But you can tell I've just cut that off without being able to see what I'm doing because that's like one level and then it's like actually up here where I've cut around my head.
I think I actually, given that you did that yourself with dull scissors, I think that was probably the best outcome we could have hoped for.
Yeah. I'm rocking a mid-1990s look. Yeah, I feel like I should be
True,
bundling
yeah.
NSYNC
You
or
are.
something right now. So
You are. Now you should just like frost your tips and then that.
who is this stranger? Oh,
Oh man.
she's got the intensity.
So do you have an idea of like how short you like want to make the rest of it, or you want to leave the top long, or you want to cut it all off and go short again?
Considering what I've done to the back, it needs to be the pretty very impressively short. Like it's almost going to look shaved, basically.
Impressive.
There's so much hair like loose on my laptop in front of me now, where it's all just going.
Yeah.
Amazing. All right.
Give it to a cat. See what they do.
No, the cats are in trouble. They've been naughty, so they're away in their rooms.
Oh, Rob. Well, congratulations.
Thank you
on growing it along so that you
yeah.
can get away.
That is 3 years worth of work there. So that's you know,
it's impressive. It's good. Looks good.
So package that up and send that off. If you are able to and want to support the fundraiser to cover the cost of wigs and donate to other charities, I'll leave that running for a few weeks or whatever, because you know I don't have to send that in at the same time as the hair, so I'll just send that in whenever. And I think that's our show today. This feels so good. This feels really weird because it's like still really long on the top, and it's like actually like buzzed at the back of my head, basically.
Weird.
So, because normally people like grow it and then they like have a bit stuck off and then they cut it there, so it's probably more like 20 inches long from the back of the head. Whereas I'm like, no, I want it 12 inches long from the back of my head because I'm just gonna cut it straight off there to like minimize how long I have to cut it for, grow it for. So, because I was getting over having long hair, folks.
You did it for a long time. Worthy effort. Much G. Way to go.
So that's it, folks. I hope you've enjoyed chatting all about Say What and doing worst stabs and watching me butcher a haircut with very blunt scissors. Thank God I used these are actually the good pair of scissors. The other pair of scissors I have at house are like disastrous. I thought these ones were good. Apparently I was wrong. So I am not taking up a career as a hairdresser, but yeah.
Good to know.
Yeah. We'll be back. I won't be back next week, actually. But the others will be back having fun. Who knows what we're getting up to. I'm going to run off to see a friend. I can't stay up next Thursday night to hang out with you. Rain, you're asking where. It is pinned in the chat. I'll add it to the description of the YouTube video as well. But if you go to if you're in the chat, it's like pinned at the top, says support Rob's hair donation here. Yes, you can go and support it there. And when it's
I already did.
Yeah, Mel did this like
yes,
during the news.
In my grief haircut.
And it's the grief haircut, yeah. So. But that's it. So thank you so much for hanging out, folks. I hope you've had a wonderful time. And we will be back next week, ready to continue the party. But yeah, that's it. So until then, folks, may you always find love, water, and shade. Bye.
May you always find love, water, and shade.